At least one viewer has asked for an update. I have been quiet lately, uh, mostly due to the situation being um, really bad, and I didn't want to repeat that as far as the ongoing situation, right? Especially down in Victoria and Melbourne. It's completely insane, if you ask me. It is an invisible enemy, and you know that invisible enemies cannot be defeated, and that may be the whole purpose of this. New Zealand has taken one step up. You tell me how you reading this.
As part of our overall national response to this new outbreak, I am now directing medical officers of health that all cases, confirmed cases, are to be managed in a quarantine facility. Now, this is different to how positive cases were managed when we were last at levels 4 and indeed 3, and shows how serious we are about limiting any risk of ongoing transmission, even in self-isolation and including to others in the household. This will apply to any cases and also close family members who might be at risk as appropriate. A reminder, these facilities have been set up specifically and have excellent processes and resources in place to look after people with COVID-19, including health staff on site at all times, and it will help us avoid any further inadvertent spread into the community as part of our overall response.
I'm probably going to have to keep a lower profile because this is serious. The government is saying is that if you test positive to a test that has been known not to be all that accurate, and even if you have not got symptoms, they're going to pluck you and your family and put in detention centers, quarantine facilities. You'll be pretty much imprisoned in these very lovely facilities, as just mentioned there in the clip. Anyone watching this video and not seeing the irony and the danger here, I'm not going to repeat it. That way you can make up your own mind. If you think this is a good thing for New Zealand and New Zealand people, that's okay as well. I don't know how this is going to end up. Like I said, apologies, I haven't got any other news, except I thought I would have a look at the headlines at the abc.net.au news and the business specifically. So how's the economy going? I mean, the stock market is booming. That's today. Today is 19th of August 2020. It's just going actually berserk. The news are not getting any better as far as the economy, but the market is completely disjoined from it. It's up 1%, almost 1% up on a day when it was supposed to go down due to the lower futures. So what are some of the headlines? It says Bendigo Banks net profit slashed to in wake of economic uncertainty, really. BlueScope Steel's profits plunge as COVID plays havoc with export markets. Decline in job ads points to bleak outlook for employment growth. Whitehaven shareholders demanding action on the environment. That probably not all that relevant. Unemployment on the rise as the job market takes a turn for the worse. Just this is the newest to the older and oldest Wednesday market. Alan Cole, Osta speaks to the business. I don't think I want to listen to that. Steve Johnson. I might revisit and see what he has to say. Oh, another one that a lot of people are interested in. Property prices are now predicted to decline gradually rather than fall off a cliff. It's like a question: do you want to be put down slowly or quickly? Do you want to bleed out quickly or slowly? I mean, it's a joke. I think it's better off falling off the cliff than having years and years and years of stagnation. But I suppose they'll turn that into a good news. All right, let's see.
Melbourne's lockdown has increased fears that the housing market is heading for a COVID-19 inspired drop. Prices had been picking up after the initial hit in the first wave of the pandemic, but they're on their way down again, with Melbourne leading the way. Back in May, Commonwealth Bank considered a worst-case scenario of a 30% crash in capital city prices, but now predictions are for more of an orderly and modest retreat. Andrew Robertson report.
I mean, think about it. I know, well, we are led to believe that this is not going to last forever, especially in Melbourne, and that somehow that's not going to transfer and carry over to New South Wales and Queensland eventually. I think we are dreaming up here. I think it's going to carry over. Eventually, they're going to have to do what they're doing to them down there. And given that, how are you expected to want to buy property? How do you think you want to live in a city or a state or I hate to say the world that we live in? How likely are you to part with your cash or get a huge mortgage to buy multi-million dollar or at least $1 million+ houses, unless you want to go far away and maybe stay sub-million? I can't see it happen. I still can't. I mean, they can be predicting decline gradually rather than fall off a cliff. I don't care what it is. If it's on the way down, you don't want to buy a depreciating asset. That's for sure. I'll paste the link to this report, by the way, in the description below. But have a sneak peek.
Meredith McDonald and her husband Ian have their Sydney apartment on the market. They want to move to Melbourne to be near family.
By the time we move, it could be New South Wales that's in lockdown and Victoria that's open. Who knows?
That's the confidence level, but people go ahead with it anyway. I'll post the link, like I said. That's it for now as far as the update. I don't know what else to say to you. Stay safe and keep yourself away from bad people. All right, all the best.